Can you guys hear and see me okay now? Sorry, I'm running a little bit behind. So I just ran here. Hello, hello. Let's see who we got here. I just want to make sure you guys can hear me and see me okay. Oh, good. Yeah, I had it muted. Duh. It's just one of those days running around. All right, let's see who we've got here. Hello, Garden at Table with Heather Lynn. Hello, Pam at Blues Self Reliance. Hello, Business Services and Opportunities. Welcome in. Hey, Lisa Clovey. Lisa Clovey's already at it. She is on fire. Hey, Charlie, Fallen Arkansas Veterans. Oh, I'm trying to fix this. Hey, Mr. Blue Collar Homestead. Hope you're doing well. Hey, Momming with Charity. Ariella Viking Venture and Victuals. Hello, hello. Hello, Vineyard Chicks. Welcome in. Welcome in. Good. I'm glad you guys can see me and hear me okay and all that jazz. Hello, Jerry Carpenter Self Reliance. Hope you're doing well tonight. We just got back. We were taking care of some baby chicks we got. We got our meat birds. And as always with meat birds, it's kind of challenging. So we've got them all set up and it's later out at night. So I had to get my chickens up in the coop or in the locked in the coop area because they were free ranging. Hey there, Lacey at the Wind and Wheat Life. Welcome in. Glad to have you here. But yeah, hope everybody's doing well on this Friday. It was a beautiful day here today. Within 24 hours, we had gorgeous sunny weather yesterday and 4 to 5 inches of snow. And now it's almost all gone. So I'll take it. Hey, Bunky's Garden. Welcome in. Hope you're doing well, Bunky. Hello, Business Services and Opportunities. Welcome in. So I thought tonight would be a good thing to talk about homestead successes. Hey, Danny, Wicked Awesome Gardening. Welcome in. I think it's important to talk about the successes on the homestead. And because I think a lot of the times we sometimes focus on the negative and we don't, kind of figure out or don't focus on the good stuff. Totally get it. Wicked Awesome Gardening. Totally get it. Yeah. And I know, Pam, you've had similar weather. It's kind of crazy. Thank you so much, Vineyard Chicks. Yeah, we're real excited. It's been a really good week full of awesome stuff. We did get the new tractor. It's used, obviously, but it's new to us and it's perfect. And it really is going to take us to the next level in that we will be able to process our own animals, our own large animals, because we will be able to use the hoist to hoist it up, which is really important. And yeah, well, it's funny. We use the side by side to remove snow, but if it is deep, we definitely can use it. It does run well. It does run well, Charlie. It was really cool. The auction house does a thing where they do a video of it in operation and they do like a walk around of it and you get a video and pictures, and then they do a video of it in operation. So the loader, having it run, start up, all that stuff. So it was pretty cool. So it did run really well. And it was ironic because my neighbor said that he knew the person who was selling it. When we came home with it, he saw it. And he said that guy took a lot of good care of it. So, and it shows. So that's really cool. Jerry, it was about 4 or 5 miles. We had a ride home. So we decided not to trailer it for that reason. We did not expect the snow. We were only supposed to have flurries, but flurries turned into a lot more. And Ryan needed a good hot lunch after that. Hey, Gail, Southern Living, welcome in. But yeah, it went really, really well, and it was an easy ride home because most of it was on the side streets, so to speak. Hey, bro, cowgirl, welcome in. So yeah, we're real excited about it. I wanted to make sure I answered everybody's questions. I saw Jerry, I answered that. Hey, Southern Roots, welcome in, welcome in. Oh, okay, Danny, that was it. I answered your question while you were typing. Okay, cool. Thank you, Ariella. And we said hello to Gail Southern Living, who is here tonight. So yeah, it's really exciting. So we're really thrilled to have it. Thrilled to get going on it. We've got to do some maintenance on it. Hey, Vision Acres Homestead, welcome in. But yeah, hey, Tiny Tim Posey, welcome in. Good job, Heather Lynn. I'm glad you got your sunflower challenge done. Hey, CB, Hugo Homestead. So yeah, so we're really excited about that. And then the other big news that we have is yesterday we've been putting Sherman and the ladies together every day because, as we've talked about, Kuni gilts, which are pigs that have not been bred yet or had litters, it has been challenging to tell physical signs of heat. We've seen some behavioral changes, but it's a pretty common thing with them. And so we've been putting Sherman in every day. And we figured at some point it's going to work out. So it was really funny. I was videoing for Instagram and I was looking at Sherman and I said, Sherman, today's the day. I can feel it. And I was just joking around. Yesterday was the day. So we're hoping to have piglets around July 25th, if it took. So we left him in there all day yesterday. So that way he could, just get all his stuff done. Hey there, She Stole My Thunder. Hey, Brooklands Honeybees. Andy, how are you? Oh, let's see. So yeah, so we're real excited. So we're hoping about July 25th if all goes well. So we'll see how that goes. That'll be another new experience. And then today we got some meat birds. So meat baby chicks. So we'll see how that is. I know, Tim. I know. I saw your video. I watched it. And I thought it was funny too, because I remember that Trinity had posted something about they're never going to give birth. And then boom, they gave birth. Yeah, congrats, Daddy Sherman. Yes, that's right. Shermie's all grown up now. He is. Let me tell you, he's gotten that walk back and forth to the girls' pen down pat. He doesn't take off anymore. He just goes right in there, no problem at all. And then when he wants to go back, he's ready to go. So he's doing good. So I know that there's some guests in the chat. You guys can come up whenever you want. Oh, good to hear, Andy. I'm glad that you guys are doing well. Hey, Melissa Arrington. Oh, cool. Well, welcome in. We're glad to have you here. Thank you so much. I'll have to thank the homesteading pastor as well. Yeah, we used to live in Leicester in North Carolina. We lived in Spruce Pine and we lived in Leicester. So that's really cool. I loved living there. It was awesome. Yeah, no worries, Pam. No worries. No worries at all. Am I going to sell piglets? Hang on. Yes, he now understands the assignment, CB. Exactly. Are you going to sell piglets to supplement feed and raising costs? Yes. So our plan is to sell piglets, and whatever piglets we don't sell, meaning somebody's not looking for a Kuni pig to take home, we will then offer the piglets up for to be processed, and people can get the pork, and we will also use the pork ourselves. So that'll be hard for me to come to terms with, but it's what we got to do. And that was the whole reason why I got into this. So we are not sure, Jerry, because the market is. I know that I traveled really, really far to get my kunis because there are not many in South Dakota. And we traveled over 8 hours across the state to get ours. And for the price that they fetch was a good idea. However, I'm in a rural area and we think that, and we could be wrong, we think that most people are using feeder pigs. So because they don't want to overwinter them and the cost and all that, so they tend to have feeder pigs, which are usually commercial hogs that they get in the spring and then they process them in the fall. So at that point, they're done. They're in freezer camp. So we're testing it out, and that's why we're only doing 1 litter to see how it goes. And then we will take it from there. However, I do know that I um I definitely drove across the state to get Sherman, Eleanor, and Fiona. And then I knew somebody who had kunis about 2 hours for me, and I ended up buying one from her. So aside from us 3, I think we are in the state. So yes, he's saying let the party begin. You're right. Hey, Andale, welcome in. Hey, Ann at Little Frenchie in Big Texas. Exactly. Beauty of the farm. Oops, I hit the wrong one. Sorry. Beauty of the farm life to table. Exactly, the wind and wheat life. I wanted to go back. I saw something with Gail. Let me go back. Oh, Gail, I'm so sorry to hear that. I'm so sorry. That's so sad. Yeah, that's rough. Especially with chickens. I mean, I know we always raise them for eggs and stuff, but the egg layers become kind of pets, for a lot of people. Take good care of yourself, Gail. I'm sending you love. Melissa Arrington, you were born and raised in Burnsville. Very cool. Very cool. Let's see here. I just want to go down real quick. Hi, our cabin in the woods. Welcome in. Glad to have you here. Hello, Life with Blinda and Chuck. Hope you guys are all doing well and the bad weather is past all of you and everything is good. Hi, Arc Wildman Survival. Just want to give a quick look here. Hi, Denise Pacell. Hope you're doing well. Green Granny, too. Oh, okay. Thanks, Danny. I appreciate you. Hey, Seed Faith Homestead. Hey, Freezer Bound Outdoors. Welcome in, everybody. Glad to see y'all here. So tonight, like I said, I want to talk homestead successes. So what kind of successes have you had that you want to share tonight? I think it's important. So we shared about the tractor, we shared about Sherman, and then tonight we got our meat birds, and I feel that that is a success in and of itself, given all the issues that are going on with the avian flu and so on. So we happened to be in a store tonight and they had them, and I said, you know what? Ryan says, you know what? We're getting them now. So that's what we did. Awesome, Ann. Awesome. Awesome. So you just took care of the bobcat that killed your turkeys. Did they get all of them, Ann? Dang things. Oh, I'm sorry, Gail. That's so sad. Gail, was she one left over from your original bunch? Hey, Jaden0428. Welcome in. Welcome in. So yeah, so let's talk about it. So what kind of successes are you having this week? Hey, Hike with Mike. Life with Belinda and Chuck. We got a new tractor at auction. No, wait, that was Ryan. Our cabin in the woods got their turkeys this morning. So what turkey breed did you end up going with? Because I know that you had several that you were thinking about. So I'd love to know what you got. I know the Vineyard Chicks have Narragansett turkeys, if I remember correctly. Hey, Belly Acres number 3, Jilly, welcome in. Hey, Andrea, digging for health. But yeah, everybody. Hey, Redbird Farm. But yeah, that's what I want to hear from you guys. Homestead successes. What are some things that are going well for you, even if they're small? You know, I think a Blue Collar talked about they had baby goats. That's a success. Belly Acres, Jilly says new chicks and all my cuttings are doing great. That's awesome. Gail said she planted seeds. That's the positive. Absolutely. Bunky said we also have 2 midget white turkeys. Very cool. Linda at Seed Faith said, we went to Tractor Supply today and almost got chicks. Andrea, making it to 500 subscribers, that is a Homestead success. That is a Homestead success. Okay, Gail, that she was from the first original. Okay. Not that that makes it better, but I was just trying to place her. Let's see. I just want to go back. And then Broke Cowgirl said, despite being sick, she got herself out there and planting things. Hope you're feeling better, Gwen. Boy, this chat keeps jumping on me. We're using melon streaming because we were able to get a good deal on it. Yeah, there's always more predators out there. That's the worst part. Well, it sounds like you guys have a lot of things going on. That's awesome. Jerry at Carpenter's Self-Reliance says, I'm having huge success at selling our beef. Taking one Monday, and it is already sold out and half of June's beef. Nice. That's awesome. Pam said at Blue Self-Reliance said, I better just put it up on the screen or it'll keep jumping. My apricot and cherry trees blossom for the first time, and all my chestnut trees have survived the winter. Yay. Woohoo. Very exciting. Chuck said his spinach is still alive. That's an awesome thing. Brampton Gardner finally got her winter sewing containers done and video almost ready. That's a success. Ariella said she's got her garlic all in and sprouting. Hey, Charlene Heal, thank you. Welcome in, welcome in. Yeah, if you need new chicks, now's the time, Gail. They're everywhere. Brampton Gardner said she was successful with her MIG grow-off container. Now I have too many tomatoes. If y'all have not seen Rochelle at Brampton Gardner's amazing MIG grow-off video, you've got to see it. The Wind and Wheat Life said, hang on, I'm trying to get back up to it. Keeps bouncing on me. This is crazy. Gwen still doesn't feel well. I hope you feel better. Melissa Arrington is getting 19 eggs a day, and now nobody wants to buy them for even $2 a dozen. $2 a dozen? Seriously? They're being cheap. That's a steal. That is a steal, Melissa. Let's see. I just want to go back. Seeds popping out of the ground for Gail Southern Living. That's right. The best thing for inside is the outside. That's right, Hike with Mike. Yeah, the store is like $3.50. Yeah, we get $3.50 a dozen. We could sell it for more, but we don't, because right now we're pretty thrilled with the fact that it's running the um it's paying for the chickens for the feed and everything. So we're fine with that. Wicked Awesome Gardening is going to plant her asparagus crowns this weekend. Exciting. Very exciting. Hey, Uncle Al, Die Bullfrog 79. Hello, Fairy Dragon. Welcome in. Danny, are you serious? You need 2 hours? Ariella says farm eggs for $2 is an absolute bargain. Hold on. As even cage eggs here are $4. Yep. Oh my gosh. Everybody go over and watch Wicked Awesome Gardening tonight. Run one of her live streams and just leave the volume on low, even if that's what you're going to do, to help her out. Let's get her 2 stinking hours so she can hit monetization, please. Oh, that's really cool, Hike with Mike. I want to go back to that. Hang on. One of your students. Oops. You're busy knitting baby piglet jackets, Fairy Dragon. Are you serious or are you just pulling my leg? Okay, Hike with Mike. Oh, why did it just jump? This is crazy. I gotta get used to this. Hike with Mike says one of my students won the top reward for poultry chickens at the county fair. That is exciting. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Jerry at Carpenter Self Reliance. Guys, make sure you check out Jerry at Carpenter Self Reliance. He has an awesome channel. He is in South Carolina. Yeah, it is totally April Fool's Day. And that's what I told myself when I woke up and had all that snow. Yes, that's right, Gwen. I should tell Alicia that I need a crochet tutorial for pig jackets. Yeah. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Hey, Susie Jacobson, welcome in. Good to see you. Anybody else want to share what kind of successes that they've had? Me too, Hike with Mike. I totally hear you. Me too. Hit the thumbs up, chatters. Rochelle's got all of you guys going there. And Lisa Colovi is posting links like a mad lady. Brampton Gardner said, my tomatoes will get started tomorrow. I kept saying that. Ha ha ha. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. I've got my tomatoes. They're doing really well in here. I'll be curious if we actually get tomatoes, but we'll see. Pam at Blue Self Reliance says, Tanny finally got me my Christmas present. Ooh. Is that the dehydrator that you were talking about? Because I know you had a video and you're very excited about that. And Dale says, our MIG Grow Off team won. That's us. And Mr. Blue Collar said over 1,000 pounds of vegetables grown last summer. That's awesome. How's your greenhouse doing, you guys? Blue Collar has a greenhouse similar to ours. Thank you, guys. Thanks, moderators, for posting links. Homestead Family Reclaim. We just got 2 pigs as well a few days ago. I think the need for pig jackets. They are always buried under the straw. That's a good thing. They love doing that when it's cold out. Broke Cowgirl said, let's see. My corn is up, planted my tomatoes, planted a row of peas. Very exciting. I bought some sugar snap peas. I'm going to give it a go again. They didn't do well here, but I'm going to try again. Garden to Table with Heather Lynn is getting her first green stalk planter soon. Good for you. They had a really good deal on them. Now, I got the cheapos. I got the dollar store ones. I like them, don't get me wrong, but I am not impressed. But they fit the budget because we just got a tractor, so so what's exciting about the green stock is the features, the quality, and all that. The dollar ones, I could not put them as high as I wanted. So that kind of, unless I secured them, and that was just annoying. So congratulations. Hey, Peterson Farms of Nashville. Yeah, the St. Patrick's Day sale, Heather. Yep, that was a big one. Okay, so Blue Collar said their greenhouse didn't do well, not enough sun. That makes sense. You got the 7-tier leaf, Danny. That's awesome. Yeah, I would get the wheels and all if I got it. Hey, Ricky Ventures, welcome in. Rochelle said she got the Dollar Tree ones. Shipping of green stock almost as much as the green stock. I totally hear you. Totally hear you. I feel like I missed somebody. I just want to go back. Well, I hope you enjoy it. Yeah, you said a bad batch of canning lids, Uncle Al. I bet. I bet. Yeah, we have our Heather Lynn, we have our strawberry plants in a homemade planter. So we're excited about that. Danny, what's the turner that comes with yours? What do you mean? I know what the wheels are, but I don't know what the turner is. Is it like a little rod that hooks into the base so you can drive it, so to speak? Hey, Art and Adventure. Just want to make sure I'm going down here. And so Heather Lynn called it the spinner. Is that what it? Oh, so you can spin it. Gotcha. Hey, Rebecca Davis, Touched by Yarn. That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out. I didn't put strawberries in mine, as you guys know, but we have our strawberries. We have our strawberries, like I said, and Ryan literally cut down a tree, and that's what we used. He notched it, and we made a square planter, filled it with manure and some compost, and that's what we have ours in because I have to cover it because of the deer and the chickens. So right now it's still covered in straw because we're expecting more frost. Oh, that stinks, Uncle Al. You lost 4 jars of food? Ugh. Sorry to hear that. That stinks. Yeah, the good thing and the bad thing about strawberry plants is they multiply like rabbits. Yeah, exactly. No kidding. Everybody wants a green stalk. Me too. I got thinking, like, if I had a green stalk, I would have to have 3 of them. And that would be pretty pricey. But I'm going to, test it, see how I like them. I wanted to just increase the square footage in there, see how it went. And then take it from there, Hey, Alicia, Country Mama Musings. Welcome in. Welcome in. But yeah, we've been doing, I've got the Parisian carrots, which are short and round. And, people might say, why are you planting it in a vertical planter? But there's only 2 of us here. I wasn't looking for a killer harvest because we will put them somewhere else as well. But I said, I'm going to just see how it goes and just get a few. So, yeah, the Wind and Wheat Life. It's one of those things, you get what you pay for when you buy the dollar ones, and if you can accept that, that's great. I mean, I just had to make some modifications, but at the same time, like, I think I bought 20 or 21 of them, and so after spending the $21 for them, I wasn't gonna spend another 25 or $40 to buy metal posts to put up and down them and all that, so I just stacked them lower. We could have bungee corded them, but I really did not want to have to deal with a mess in the greenhouse if they fell over. Because if I secure it to the greenhouse and then it's really windy and the greenhouse is shaking, I didn't want it to flop over and have to deal with the mess that just being there, being real. Jerry's got a frost warning next 3 days. After that, I hope all good. Planting corn next week. Awesome. Awesome. Been watching the progression of your pastures for the sheep. That's exciting. Yeah, you were gonna put a metal rod down the middle, Rochelle? Yeah, I don't know. If I had one on hand, I might do it if I had a long enough piece of rebar, but yeah, I'm just thinking to myself, like, I just decided I'll plan them shorter because the reality of it is what I have in there now, um, may not be there in the summer, so. Yes, Danny. Has anyone planted potatoes before last frost? We in South Dakota plant our potatoes um Good Friday. That's the time to plant them. Hey, Nick at Arizona Highland Homestead. Appreciate you coming in. I think it was Redbird Farm. Brenda asked me how I like melon. I do like melon. I've used it before, the free version. I'm getting used to the paid version. Takes a little getting used to. It is different when I'm always doing StreamYard, so I'm just trying to get used to it. Moves a little slow. I'm sorry, I mean the chat moves a little quicker, so I've got to take a look at it. So Alicia's got a green stalk and she has a piece of rebar going through the middle. Yeah, I know, Rochelle. It isn't a set date, but it is something that all the South Dakotans have talked about. Potatoes go in by Good Friday. Isn't that crazy? And we did it last year, and that was the first year we actually got potatoes. So we're real excited about it. Nice. So what other kind? Hello, where to begin, Homestead. Welcome in, welcome in. So tell me about some more. There's a lot of folks who just came in. Tell me about some other Homestead successes this week. Small or large, we're open. I know, Rochelle, it makes no sense, but a lot of these planting by farmers sometimes doesn't make sense. At least to me. But they do better than I do. In Boston, we plant peas on St. Patty's Day and garlic on Columbus Day. That makes sense. But I guess they're set days, so that's the difference. Bunky said her potatoes got hurt by frost really bad last year, but that's my grow zone, I guess. Yep. Yeah, it must work, Danny, because I'm telling you, people were like all jumping on me about it. Congrats, Nick, on the lockdown. Country Mama's got seeds in Rockwool for the new floating lettuce garden, crossing her fingers that her seedlings come up. That's awesome. Yeah, I've got some snow peas. I was going to start them. I was talking to Rochelle at Brampton Gardener, who told me I better get my loofah squash planted stat. So tomorrow I am going to buy a container for it and some dirt. Seed Faith is enjoying growing our lettuce inside under the grow lights and just harvest what we need when we need it. Oh, that is the best ever. I love that too. I love that too. And then Jerry at Carpenter's Self-Reliance said, another success. Ooh, it just jumps on me. Hang on. Another success is the sheep pen is almost done. One more day of work and it's done. Woohoo! That's exciting. Hey, Willow Way Ranch, welcome in. Happy to have you here. Gail Southern Living said her favorite springtime event is when her zucchini comes up. That is very cool. Yeah, I don't know anything about loofah, and the only reason I know I need to plant it is Rochelle said, you better plant it. Gail's got some lettuce in her planter. It's cut and come again. That's awesome. That's awesome. Where to begin? Homestead said, in all seriousness, we had 4 baby goats born, first kids born on the homestead in 4 years. We're trying to breed the perfect meat and dairy goat combo. 2 boys, 2 girls. Congratulations. Congratulations. Country Mama Musing started fermenting her chicken feed and they're loving it. And yeah, Alicia, I wanted to let you know, because I forgot to tell you earlier, when we soak our pig feed, it is usually 2 parts water to 1 part feed. And so that creates a porridge-like consistency. And I eyeball it, and I'm not always good at it. So sometimes I just have to adjust it because they don't like it when it's watery. Because what they do is they go to the other pig, they eat all the solid stuff in their bowl, and they go run to the other pig for whatever's in their bowl. Hi, Mennonite Farmhouse. Melissa Arrington says it's just me and hubby. Hubby is giving Dixondale onions a run for their money. Last year he planted 125 tomato plants. Gosh, you guys sound like blue collar homestead. They were the ones who earlier said that they harvested 1,000 pounds of food out of their garden. Hey, Terry at MT Homestead, welcome in. Wow. No super frost tender. Blue. Looking forward to when my lettuce is big enough to start cutting it and eating it. That way I can stop buying lettuce at the grocery store. Heather Lynn, you need to do some hydroponics. Cracky method in the jars. And you'll have lettuce all year round. And I haven't had to deal with any kind of leggy lettuce either, which is nice. I know, I can't either, Nick. I have troubles keeping up with it. I just want to go back, make sure I didn't miss anything. Have I missed anybody? Somebody want to clue me in? Only things I lost in the May 28th snow is my loofah and cuckoo melon. Or do you mean cucumber? I think I got everybody. If I missed you in the chat, please don't be offended. Just speak up and say, hey, you missed me. Or hey, hello. Yeah, that'd be cool. That would be really cool. Yeah, so if any of the guests are in the chat that want to come on up whenever you want to. That works for me. Start it indoors, though, if you can get a head start. I plan to start mine tomorrow. I'm going to get a container for it. Have a good evening, the Wind and Wheat Life. Thank you for being here. Glad you were here tonight. Rochelle, I plan to get a container tomorrow. I actually have a container. I have to empty it and then put some dirt in it, just so I have it. And then what I plan to do is tomorrow I'm going to plant the seeds inside in a small pot that I have. So that way I don't have to keep up potting it. They do best in the baggy method. Is that the baggy method with the paper towel? Because I can totally do that. Cucamelon is Mexican sour gherkin. Looks like a little watermelon, but tastes like a cucumber with a hint of lemon. Well, that sounds really good. No worries, Charlie. Have a good rest. Go close your eyes and get some sleep. You need it. Thanks for being here. Ooh, Carpenter Self-Reliance is making Leanne's cheeseburger casserole. Yummy. Are you doing onion rings or fries? I'm curious. I would like to try it with the onion rings. My vidIQ now says 4K. Come on, YouTube update. It's YouTube is 2 days behind, so it updates like once a day. Oh, that's awesome. Melissa said, Youngins and I can spaghetti sauce, tomato juice, veggie soup, and everything else I could think of. Awesome. Ooh, with hash browns. Oh, man, that sounds good. I love it. I love it. Anybody else have any homestead successes they want to share? I know we've had a bunch of them, and I think it's really cool. I think it's always good to talk about the good stuff. After midnight, I'm going to be refreshing all the way till it probably updates at like 6 a.m. Danny, go to bed. And when you wake up in the morning, it probably still won't be changed. So, and then it'll change in an hour. So, really, don't lose sleep. Please do not lose sleep. I know I was excited too. And then what ended up happening is it didn't change in the morning when I woke up. So, I had to leave, come back, and we went shed hunting. And I came back and it finally changed. So, if you know what like the pattern is right now, you'd be able to tell. No gardening yet, but we just hatched out 13 baby quail. That is awesome, Terry at MT. I love it. I'm torn on quail and goats and rabbits. I'll admit, I'm dragging my feet on it because I'm just torn. On Wicked Mail Call. On Wicked Mail Call with Yogi Hollow Farm and Rebecca Davis. Awesome. Thank you so much, Jerry. We appreciate it. Danny, Jerry at Carpenter Self-Reliance. That's awesome. Thank you so much. Yeah, that's the power of this community, right? Is just all of us supporting each other and all the things that we can accomplish. It's just really cool. If my dad puts the foot down on the chickens, I'm getting quail anyway. Just come home with the baby chicks. How could you say no? How could you say no to baby chicks? I have heard quail are a bit crazy and slightly neurotic acting. I have heard that. Jerry said quail is his 2023 project. That's awesome. Yeah, I've heard a bunch of different things. I do know that obviously raising poultry of some kind or wild game, hey zombie prepper, is definitely a lot more cost efficient than it is raising the larger animals. So I'm just trying to think what we want to do, but I do know they take up less room. And I know the turnaround is pretty quick. I can't come home with chicks until I have a place to put them now. He'll notice me putting them in the coop. He's nosy like that. Well, then, girlfriend, you need to at least get a cardboard box or a Tupperware tote to put them in. Because they're going to be in a brooder before they're going to be in that coop. Rochelle says, nothing to see here. But looks like we had somebody join us. Oh, you're so welcome. I am thankful for, look at Heather Lynn. She's such an attitude of gratitude. I'm thankful for all of the help that all of you have given me for my gardening, filming, editing skills. Good job. Good job. Rochelle, I'm not an enabler. If she wants chicks, she should go get chicks. She's a big girl. Okay, I saw somebody come up in the background as a guest, but I don't have a visual on them yet. So the guest backstage, I'll be waiting for you. Okay, and I wanted to go back because Terry said something about, I'm not so sure about the rabbits. Mike wants to continue with them, but I'm kind of not feeling it. Do you care to share why you're not feeling it? And you want goats or sheep at some point, though. I would like sheep. And I really love having the pigs. And I know I've talked about it here. The goat part, I don't know. Our feed barn that we use now was disgusting. Disgusting. And I just don't know that I can deal with that. Hey, Mountain Grandma. Let me see if I can. No. I tried to put you on there, Leanne. I don't see you. It's not showing a camera. Oh, she disconnected herself. Yeah, sheep are definitely less naughty than goats. Goats like to get into things, but that's why people love them, because they love their personalities. So I don't begrudge or knock anybody who wants goats. I think they're cool. I don't want to be chasing them. I really, really loved the Kuni pigs, and I've heard great things about the Idaho pasture pigs. And even when we had, there she is, and even when we had our meat pigs, which were Mangalitsa, Duroc, and Berkshire crosses, they destroyed the pasture, but they were good pigs. So I really like them. I'm going to bring up our guest, but I want to go back to what Terry said. Here she comes. Oh, she's making a face. Are you ready? Okay. Hello.
Hi.
I'm going to go back to Terry's comment real quick because I had asked a question. Let's see. The rabbits to me seem like more trouble and feed than they are worth. Plus, we have them in the shop and they're just really messy. They'll be moved outside eventually. Oh, I totally hear you. That's perfect. Makes perfect sense. Grant's Rochelle's favorite. I know he is. Goats need a hot wire to keep them where they belong. Dexter is as close to goats as Rochelle's getting. Where to begin? Homestead said they're about the same, really. Her daughter showed both in FFA, hated the sheep, had one jump a 5-foot gate. Wow. And then yeah, but Grant is definitely Rochelle's favorite. Which one's your favorite, Leanne?
Grant.
You like Grant too?
I think it's just because he's small.
Well, and that makes sense, right? Because I don't think that I knew either one of you when we had Sherman little. I know that I didn't know you.
And Sherman's not any smaller yet.
No. We got Sherman last March. And Rochelle says, he's nuts, haha, and eats everything, including my toes. He loves eating my toes. Danny's on Team Sherman. Who's on Eleanor and Fiona's team? Art and Adventure likes Sherman too.
See,
I like.
the turkey. Sorry.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say if the turkeys got any more airtime, maybe we would like the turkeys.
Oh, they're nuts.
And the only time you showed the chickens is when they're on your front porch
Yeah.
doing their thing.
You want to see more of my chickens? I figured people were tired of them.
I don't have chickens, so I can't get tired of them.
Oh, okay. Hey, Grace and Fire.
Uh-oh.
Oh, speaking of.
Hi. The only time you want to come say hi to me is when I'm on the internet. Okay.
Hey, Willow Way Ranch. You loved your goats. That's awesome. Is Willow Way Ranch Tasha?
No, that's Wendy.
Okay. Somebody said hi, Tasha, and I'm trying to think of who I missed.
Hi.
Hey, Annette at the Cow Emporium.
Just sit. Come on. You just sit.
He's not going to sit. Oh, Ricky Ventures like Sherman too.
He wants to curl up. He's a lover.
Team Sherman. Hey, Grace and Fire. I'm trying to get used to this. I've used Melon before, but it seems different on this version than the one that I was using. Seems like the chat is moving a lot quicker.
It's because you don't have the 60-second delay on tonight.
No, I mean, there's only 23 people in here, so it's not too bad. Hey, Kettle Kitchen. Oh, Art and Adventure is Tasha. Thank you. I did not know your first name. Thank you so much for saying that. I appreciate it.
That's Cat.
Your cat. How's your Friday going?
It's almost over. It's good. I got some Hawaiian bread made that you saw pictures of. And I'm excited to redo that for a video.
Yep.
And I tried to make some ranch dressing dip. That didn't go as planned. My husband said it didn't have enough herbs in it, so I have to revamp this recipe.
Yep.
Then I made pizza.
Nice.
Then we planted.
I had store-bought pizza. I know, but we were running late.
Then we planted our tomatoes, our peppers, and some chives.
Awesome. Gail Southern Living said Shermy. He's my little gentle giant. I love that pig. He is so good. But yeah, Alicia's right. Wait till you're on Piglet Watch, and then everybody will be Team Eleanor. But yeah, he's just a trip. He's gotten so good at going back and forth to the ladies' pen. It's so funny.
Mm-hmm.
It's so funny. And Danny, I have a Chickens 101 video that I did a while back, and I did a lot of chicken videos when we first started, and that's why I've kind of been backing off the chickens too.
It's a new year.
I know. We got baby chicks today. I didn't film it because I was like, how many times do they need to see me doing baby chicks?
But these are meat birds.
I know, and I get them every day. I mean, every year. Twice a year, usually. You know, but I got to make sure that they stabilize first because they're looking kind of rough tonight when we got home.
Mm-hmm.
We have to drive far, so.
I get it. Why don't you just go see Howard? Huh?
Aw, Linda, I do too. I love seeing them all snuggle together. Yes, 2022 is going to be all about pig farrowing. You got it. Let's see here.
Oh, yeah. Hashtag Marvin Gaye.
Yes. Hashtag Marvin Gaye. Poor lonely Grant. Grant is fine. Grant was enjoying the hay, eating the hay and not getting pushed out of the way. He was enjoying laying in Sherman's favorite spot.
Just sit
right
down.
in front of the barn with the sun. He was loving it. And then Sherman came back in and they go to eat. Grant goes head over butt.
Gail, you never made bread pudding? You've been missing out.
Bread pudding is really good.
The best bread pudding I've ever made. I got my order of 20 pounds of blueberries from Jersey last June. And just when I sat down to recuperate from my trip, Chef John posts a blueberry pudding recipe.
Wow.
And I just happened to have my Greek Easter bread in the freezer.
Wow. Yummy.
Which is a sweet bread in itself. So I chopped that loaf of bread up and went to town, and I think that was almost the best thing I've ever made in my life, besides those strawberry cheesecake sweet rolls.
Wow. Very cool. Thank you, Annette. Good point. I will do that. And that's very cool, Terry. 16 7-week-old chicks in our intermediate coop right now. Have a great night, Ricky Ventures. Thanks for stopping by. A repeat current video, then go back to watch the one from last year. Good point. Thank you. Appreciate that. Have a good evening, Willow Way Ranch. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm looking here. So I'll have to take all that in. I appreciate it. Kettle Kitchen, if you want to email me, my email is on my about page. I'd love to hear more about it. You want to see the chickens, Rochelle? Well, I want to make sure they're doing okay first. Because like I said, they just seem to be in rough shape tonight, which I'm not happy about. But I just want to see how they do first. I'm hoping to have turkeys hatching. Bye, Redbird Farm. Thanks for being here.
Or are you going to do a live?
If they seem to be hatching okay. Yeah, it's our first time and we're having trouble with the humidity in the incubator. And it's going up and down drastically. And I could add an eyedropper of water in there and it'll go from, it's got a range it's supposed to be in. So last night before I went to bed, I added some water to make sure it would be okay by morning. And I woke up in the morning and even though I added water and it was at 10%, which is not good. So, and then the night before, I didn't add water. It was 10% in the morning. And that's what alerted me to put the water in at night. So the hygrometer is probably off. So I'm just trying to figure things out. In the meanwhile, I have a bunch out in the nesting boxes and I'm hoping that hoping she'll go broody on me. Annette's asking you a question. She said,
yeah, I saw it.
Okay.
If you want the truth, I'm overwhelmed. And yeah, with my ADD, it's hard to just come back to earth and just do what I was doing before.
Yep.
But I'm going to do it. I'm just going to be me, and if they don't like it, there's the door.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, no worries, Nick. Thanks for coming back. Rochelle said she didn't think she's seen turkeys before. Huh. Baby turkeys. Good night, Rochelle. Thanks for being here. But yeah. All right. Well, good points taken. I will do that then. I figured it was getting kind of old because a lot of my early videos were all about, all about the chickens because that's all we had.
I've probably seen only one or two of your chicken videos,
Gotcha.
and you know I've been around since August.
Right. Right. Annette said, "You got this, girl."
Thanks,
I love
Annette.
her. She's awesome. But yeah, so we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Right now, I'm just wishing it was July.
Mm-mm.
I know. I know. I can't wish it away, but I'm really excited.
Because you know what happens in July?
It's hot.
I turn a year older.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah, you did.
Huh.
You forgot. Are you
I did.
frozen? You
No,
forgot.
I forgot. Yeah, I was trying to act like I was frozen.
Like Casey?
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. Well, we'll have to see. We'll have to see how it goes. Make them cinematic. Lisa chicks are cool. Me too at the end of June, 40 for the second time. Wow. You're lucky you got two 40th birthdays.
Yeah.
Hey, Nana's Crazy Life. Welcome in, Donna.
I wonder how many people will believe I told them I was just turning 40.
Oh, they'd be like, what?
That I'm even that old?
No, you're
Oh,
young. You're young.
I don't feel like it.
You're a youngin'.
What are you doing to your mic?
The cord came out. It was making a noise in my ears. So hang on, let me just fix it so I can see it.
Yeah, the summer. I don't like summer. It's just because it means I have to pull weeds. Here. We'll just fake like I have to talk into this mic.
Look at you.
If I can only hook it up to my iPhone, right?
That's really cool. Yeah, no problem, Fairy Dragon. Thanks for being here. Appreciate it.
It's my RDD2.
That's hilarious. Good night, Jerry. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate you.
Hey,
Abundant Acres. Angie, welcome in.
Yeah, that's my RDD2.
That's hilarious. I thought you got yourself a microphone.
Nope, just the one attached to my ears.
Oh, wow. Cool. Hey there, Jesus loving homesteader. Welcome in. We're just having a laid back Friday night. Oh, thank you, Angie.
With the
Hope
president.
you guys are doing well. Oh, how cute.
Let's see if I can. Are you sleeping?
Until you put that camera in his face.
He's like, what's going on?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I don't blame you, Carmen. Oh, we got Danny came on up. Hi.
Hello. Yeah, this hair. Jesus.
How are you?
I took my little friend swimming today, and I still got like the chlorine hair. It's like, there we go.
That sounds fun.
Bad. Sort of. It is. It is. We get to go swimming twice a week, which is pretty cool. And for 3 years old, she jumped right in the water, stuck her face in there, and it's like, let me go underwater. So she's a little fish, which makes it more fun.
That's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And now I'm probably.
I'm babysitting for the other two kiddos that I care for, and I was hoping their parents would be home by now, but I'm sneaking on anyway.
Don't get busted.
So if I jump off, it's just because they came home, and I'll just jump off without warning. But
all of a sudden, we'll see. Click.
Click.
Well, look who's here too. Hold on.
Hi.
Hey, how are you?
Good. How are you?
One of my favorites.
Ow.
Oh, afternoon or whatever time it is over there.
It has to be
It's-
afternoon.
3:30 in the morning.
Yeah. I was going to say, it's not
Oh.
afternoon.
I was thinking
It's
of
5 hours
standard
ahead of
time.
me.
Oh my gosh. Hey, doing better with Mariah. Hello, Susan's rambling. Hope you're doing well. So you answered me when I messaged you, so you were already up.
Yeah.
2:00.
I got up. I gave up on sleep at about 2:00 this morning.
Gosh.
It's one of them
I give up.
nights.
Totally get it. Totally get it.
It's not even a full moon.
Yeah.
Those are the nights I can't sleep.
Yeah.
I get headaches on full moons.
Mm.
Yeah. So I hear you.
My
Yeah.
problem is getting to sleep. So
Same
I'm
here.
good at getting there. It's just staying there.
Yeah.
mhm.
My problem is waking up.
I hear
Once
that.
I
I
finally
didn't fall
fall
asleep
asleep, I
till-
can't get up.
Yeah, I didn't fall asleep till 2:30 last night, and I had to get up at 6:30 for work, working 8 a.m. to 5, and then coming here from 5:30 to about, 11? Maybe
Ugh.
11:30. It's a Friday night. It could be late.
Yep.
Wow.
And I had to swim for an hour of it.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that'll knock you out. Definitely. We were taping the podcast. We've been taping the podcast for Around the Hay Bale because it's just easier with our schedules. So on Wednesday nights, we'll tape episodes and
Everybody is sideways.
so we'll tape the episodes and it's a late night. And then, afterwards you're so wound up, you can't sleep anyway. So I think Alicia was saying she didn't get to bed till after 3 a.m. Me, it was like 2. And then we were dragging ourselves the next morning.
Oh no.
Oh, there goes the kitty.
Oh.
Thanks, moderators, so much. Appreciate you guys. Why don't you guys take a break and relax? If any of you guys in the chat need a link, just type in the word link in capitals, and I'm sure one of the moderators will help you. That way they can take a break. It gets hard dropping links for a long time.
Especially if you're on the phone.
Yeah, that's how I usually do it.
I lost track of how many YouTube channels have me as a moderator now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I finally added you the other night. I'm like, all I have is Rochelle, and that's not working. So now I think I'm up to 4.
Congrats, Susan's Ramblings. That's awesome. And Bunky's Garden, have a good evening. Good seeing you too. Thanks for being here.
Sitting here holding my phone thinking, my tripod's in the car.
Is it in the car?
It is. I was filming some video at my theater group when we were rehearsing Tech Week. So my tripod is in my car. But do I want to
Nice.
get off this couch?
No. Nah, doesn't pay. It's hard though, holding the phone for any amount of time. Especially like that, Miss Pam over there, she's kind of quiet.
I'm still being quiet. I'm still a little. I can hear noises in the bedroom, which means I'm pretty sure that Tunny is dressed now. Yes.
Yeah,
And
he's
there
got
you
close.
be.
He has got close, which is why he didn't come up before, because he didn't.
Hey Marcel, little
No
fish
one
in the
needs that.
kitchen. Totally hear ya.
Yeah, but he's got work this morning. We're usually up at 4 a.m. anyway, because he starts work at 5. So yeah, he's got a half day today.
Kettle Kitchen said that you're new to him and would like an intro.
Oh, okay. I'm Blue. I've been okay, so the whole Blue thing has been around for 15 years. It's actually something that started for my artwork that I do as well, which you might be able to see up the top there on the shelf. That's some of the stuff that I do up there. I make fairy houses, lamps, big ones, proper lamps. But my channel is Blue Self-Reliance, where I teach people how to be self-reliant where they are. Mostly people who are in on benefits in council housing kind of thing, so that they can start where they are, because things over here in the UK, I live in the UK now, pretty rough right now, and about to get a whole load worse. So yeah, people need to have the skills, so that's what I'm trying to do right now.
Hello and welcome,
Yep.
Craig Tim. That's awesome. I love what you're doing over there.
Yeah, I loved your recent video on the 10 things to consider before making a purchase.
Yeah.
A lot of good info.
Yeah, well, the one that I did yesterday, I probably should have cancelled doing it because I had really bad headache and had done for 2 days. So I was a little bit all over the place, but it was more to give some people information and others some understanding.
Right.
Because the media and people tend to like to make numbers look bigger by padding them out with places that they don't need to. So yeah.
Angie at Abundant Acres wants to know, are y'all still locked down, Blue?
No. In fact, all of that has gone. We've got crazy numbers, like seriously crazy numbers still. But the government have decided that, in their wisdom, that it just doesn't exist. Nothing exists anymore, so therefore nothing is necessary. However, you find that it is necessary if you go to the hospital or the doctors or stuff like that. So you still have to wear masks and things like that for places like that.
Yeah.
Tanny has to with his job because he delivers medication to the chemists and the doctors and hospitals and stuff. So he's always in a mask.
Right.
Yeah. But yeah, all the plastic partitioning in the supermarkets has gone as well. They've all taken it down and yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
Since this week, 4 people have got COVID in Hopeless.
Okay, that's not good. Yeah, so he's just said 4 guys in his where he works have gone down with it this week.
Jeez.
Yeah. I've got friends with special needs kids in special needs schools and stuff, and they're being forced to go back to school under duress, being threatened with fines of £800 and more if they don't go per day. That is, just for the record.
Wow.
And they are in the top range of vulnerable group, and yeah, half the school's out, and the headmistress is literally tearing her hair out.
Wow.
Yeah.
I bet.
Alicia, Country Mama, do you want me to resend the link to you? I know you're having trouble.
But yeah,
That's crazy.
it is what it is, and I'm agoraphobic, so I don't really care. No one comes here and I don't go out, so it's all good.
That's the thing during the whole pandemic. My parents, they aren't agoraphobic. They just don't care about going anywhere. So they're home all the time.
Yeah.
All the time. So I'm like, well, I'm not worried about them until they get vaccinated, because they're not leaving the house and nobody goes there.
Yeah.
Hey, Lynette, Coffee Angel Crafts, welcome in. Wow.
Of course, then I move in and I get it 2 months later, but thankfully they did not. So,
Good. Yeah, it's just crazy. And then, all this talk about, and I know I talked to Angie at Abundant Acres
Thanks, Rebecca.
about the bird stuff going around. I don't want to use all the terms because we're probably not allowed to talk about it. But
that is a lockdown that's still going on over here, by the way, and has been since November.
Jeez.
Yeah, which means that there officially is no such thing as a free range egg in the UK for the rest of the year because the birds haven't been out long enough. Yeah, really badly.
She's here.
Yep.
Hello.
20% at this point.
Whoop.
There you are. No, you had it. She's just messing
I'm
with us
purposely
now.
designing my.
I'm not.
There you are.
I'm not. It's my phone.
Q at Growing with Hudson. We're talking about Huh?
I said hello, lovelies.
Hello. Growing with Hudson. We're talking about a bunch of different things. Some taboo, some not.
Sorry.
Just having a laid back Friday night. But going back to Blue, you were talking about the lockdowns. That was why today we ended up getting chicks because we happened to be at the store and they were there. So we decided to get them while they were there because a lot of people are saying they're having trouble getting them.
Wow.
So.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Over here, all the birds have to be undercover and they have to be separate from species. So you can't just put your chickens and ducks and stuff in together. They have to be separated. Everyone has to be separated in their own little houses.
How much? Yeah. What are they defining as undercover? Like how much cover? Is it just that simple?
Yeah, it's that simple. It's that simple. As long as there's walls and a roof, if it happens to be a cage, as long as it has a roof. So what they're trying to avoid is wild bird poop getting in with the, normal birds, the other birds.
Yeah, I'm hopefully getting my first chickens, and with the advice that I got when I did my live on, hey, how should I design my chicken coop? That's one of the things they said with the bird flu, going around right now, make sure that your run is covered and you're excluding them from wild birds. So that's part of my design.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a bit of an issue with it, and I'm trying to be cautious because there's certain words we can't use, so I'm just trying to be cautious. But the undercover thing, I totally get. What I struggle with is when they talk about all the measures you could take about protecting your animals and stuff like that. It's not adding up because they're talking about rodents can pick it up from outside and bring it in.
Only if they're rolling in it.
Or walking in it, like we are.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. So.
Yeah, that doesn't quite make sense to me. I mean.
That's what I struggle with.
No.
Because you're not sealing them in.
No.
And
you're doing the best that you can.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. Hey there, my Raindrop Life. Well, good. I'm glad Kettle Kitchen. Sit back and enjoy, relax. Country Mom will tell us a bedtime story.
Eventually, yeah.
I'm getting my blankie for that.
I already got a blankie.
Oh, how fun.
The president left.
I'm under a blanket. We're expecting snow, so I'm already chilled.
Yuck.
I think we had sleep at least 3 or 4 times today.
Oh, geez.
Do
It was
not want-
beautiful here today. The sun, there was no clouds. I was running around in just a t-shirt today, but the snow's coming in and I'm chilled now. That's why I've got the hat on.
That's awesome.
Well, okay, my hair looks bad too.
Annette says, try to exclude wild birds. We can't do that here without locking our birds in. Their life would be so worthless. That's how I'm
That's the
feeling.
one I'm feeling.
That's exactly how I am feeling.
We have so many little chickadees and the tiny little birds, and the robins are out. There's no way I can keep them on 5 acres, and my chickens have access to 1 acre of orchard. For me to lock them into a run, and then I'd have to put hardware cloth all the way around the run just to keep them from coming in. So it's going to be a huge undertaking if we take it that far. As it is, we're talking about getting a different run put together for them. I wanted to work on it this weekend, but now it's going to snow. So for now, they're just going to live their lives.
Yeah. I like I said, I had talked to Angie at Abundant Acres, and she was just a wealth of information. And we talked about it, and I've considered putting something on the top of the run, and I'll probably do that. Right now, my biggest concern is the geese, the Canadian geese, because my neighbor has a pond, so they do fly over. Because as far as I'm concerned, I'm not a fan of them. No offense to anybody, but I just find that they are full of more disease
Who said that?
than they need to be. So I'm just like, ugh. Same thing with the turkeys. I may cover the run at the top, but we'll see.
Yeah, I'm only going to have 4 chickens. I swear, 4. That's it. 4.
What happened to the 3?
Everybody laugh.
I said 3 to 4. I said 3 to 4, and then people gave me dimensions and said that is sufficient for 4 chickens. And so the run space for 4 chickens is not going to be that huge. So the cost for hardware cloth and all of that is not going to overrun me. So
sure it won't.
But if I had more than that, it would be a lot. It would be a big undertaking, like you were saying, Alicia.
Chicken math.
4 chickens. The coop is going to be 3 by 5. That's it.
4 this year.
No, I literally I don't have any
It's
more
3 by
spaces.
5, but
if I
make
build
it 4
anything
stories
bigger,
high.
If I build anything bigger, it's going to encroach on the neighbors.
And then next year, chick season rolls around. 4 more.
No. 2 years from now, property, more chickens, then chicken math, and
then
potentially
all of a sudden
calculus.
You get a phone call that Danny has 3,000 chickens. And we need to go rescue them because Danny hasn't left her house in 3 years.
When
She's got rollers in her
Danny,
hair.
you cannot encroach on your neighbor's property if you build up.
Did you see
Don't
that?
tell me
Like,
You need to
go
have
on?
like
Did you see
a
that? Like,
chicken
go on?
condo.
Here's the thing, though: the run space isn't going to be big enough.
You can make it like a habitat, like a squirrel habitat, and just have layers of runs.
Good night. Where to begin, Homestead. Hope you have a good evening.
Man. If you build
Brian has
it,
a problem with
you will
chicken
come.
math.
I think with chicken math, they come and then you have to build it.
Well, we put
That's true too.
we put turkey eggs in the incubator, and Ryan was like, "Go out and get some chicken eggs." I'm like, no, they need a different humidity. We're not hatching them together.
No, I've gone off the reservation if I get ducks. There is no earthly reason for me to get ducks.
Mm-hmm.
They get really cute.
But
with
they're
them
cute.
when they're little.
Exactly, they're cute. They're cute,
they're
but they're
fluffy.
so messy.
Have
They
you ever had a
suckered
duck
me in.
egg?
No.
Duck eggs for pancakes.
Hi,
I
Robert's
swear.
Garage.
Anybody
I'll
else
never
make
do
their
ducks
pancakes
again.
in bacon fat?
Mm.
Mwah.
Yeah, I probably won't either. Yeah. I will say when they're really little and they're ducklings, they've got the cutest little beaks and they got the cutest little soft web feet with little claws on them. And they're like this, they're like beep, 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 beep. So cute. But then you clean the brooder out and you vomit in the corner. You clean the brooder out and the brooder is gorgeous. 2 hours later, the brooder is disgusting. The next day, it smells like it's sat there for 3 weeks.
Mhm. My friend Parsley Farm, she made a duck pond in her yard with an old stock tank, and she did a video on how to clean the duck tank, how she cleans the duck tank. And so there she is. She empties the whole thing out. She's scraping it. She's scrubbing it, fills it back up. The ducks get in it, and 5 seconds later, it looked like she never touched it.
And
Mhm.
everybody on YouTube has this great idea to use roller paint trays to prevent the spilling of the water. It works great for
No.
them. It doesn't work great for me. Of course, I could have done
Did
something.
Did you see Nick's comment, AZ Highland Homestead? Genius Alicia, multi-layer hamster tunnels for egg layers.
That's right. That's right. It's like a habit trail. It's a baka. It's a baka trail. Bak bak?
I had a habit trail. Did you know, like, I'm thinking of Danny's coop, and when she showed that whole coop, I'm sitting there thinking she could probably have about 50 chickens.
Yeah,
Oh my
if
gosh. If you
if
do
I
it like
mix
a
it up,
habit trail,
but no.
you could put the nesting boxes at the top and then the eggs just roll down in a little tube and then they're just right into their little crates.
Like Willy Wonka.
Yes.
Or the beginning of the Pee Wee Herman movie, only they don't crack the eggs into the frying pan.
There you go.
Perfect.
That would be
You're all
adorable.
old enough to remember that, yes.
Yes.
Nick's like, quail is where it's at. Quail is where it's at.
I've heard quail can be stinky too, though.
I've heard they can be stinky and messy.
All animals can be.
Even humans.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to say, and children.
Yeah, I'll clean up after pigs over children any day.
My husband's a landlord. It's definitely humans.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. Absolutely. You got to have the scale for the bad eggs like Veruca Salt.
Yeah, I never wanted pigs though until like all these cooney pigs. Between you and Hickory Croft with your cooney pigs.
Oh, I love my pigs. Ryan's
They
got
don't
his-
look like massive pigs like some of the other ones I've seen. Like I feel
They're
like I
not.
could handle a couple of them, you know, for freezer camp.
Ryan's got his headset on because he's watching TV. If we have a female pig, she's coming in the house. He doesn't know it yet. I'm going to house train her.
So my friend lived on this farm and they got a teeny tiny mini horse. Like one of the smallest, like her lineage goes back to Einstein, the official like Guinness World Record holder. She's that small. And she, you know, said, I'm going to bring her in the house. And her, at the time, boyfriend, now husband, was like, no, you're not. And she goes, oh, yes, I am. And that pony was in that house all the time, and he never knew.
That's
Like,
funny.
he was
Night-
in the house, and the pony was in the house, and he had no idea.
Oh my gosh. Good. Hello, Prepper 101. I wanted to go back to what Annette said.
Night,
I'm gonna
Nick.
go back. Good night, Nick. All right, let's see. Here it is. I got to put it on screen because it bounces. I really prefer chicken eggs. The other eggs are a little overkill as far as flavor goes. OMG, I have laughing fits daily about the small flocks people have. At least they are trying. Yeah, at least they're trying. Absolutely, absolutely. As
This is
long as
my
they don't
future
put
for
sweaters
chickens.
on them, Danny. No sweaters, no
No
scarves.
sweaters.
I don't know about chicken sweaters, but I think I might buy those little arms you hook on them. They walk
That's
around.
okay. That's okay. But please don't do sweaters or scarves or hats or anything like that.
Or diapers.
Or diapers.
And don't
See,
live
I've
in the
heard
sacks.
I've heard about chicken saddles, but I'm not going to have any roos.
Okay,
So
chicken saddles are different. They serve a function.
they're functional.
And yeah, I just bought 2 saddles because of the fact that I have 2 chickens losing their feathers on their back because they're Dwight's favorites.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently he
Because it
hangs
never happened with my
on
pigeons.
them all day. Yeah, you won't have a problem. And also, I do know somebody who uses the masks that are common, the face diapers that are common these days, for their chickens.
Hmm.
Oh, it's saddles?
No, as a diaper.
Oh.
Look at
Why?
Alicia. There's
Why?
Alicia. Oh,
No thanks.
hey Sheila B, welcome in. Yeah, I know why.
Why would you do that?
No, house train,
People are
like I
weird.
would get a doggy door and they would go in and out. If you guys haven't seen Halbert Farm on Instagram, you need to check out Rebecca at Halbert Farms, and she has Ripley. Ripley is even spayed because she was a sick piglet, and because she roams with the other
Hello.
piglets, they had her spayed so that way she would be healthy. Danny had to go, everybody. She said she
Okay.
would drop off when something happened.
Oh, bless.
All 3 of our potbelly pigs lived in our home when they were babies. And then when they were old enough to graduate out and be with the coop kids, and I knew that they would be warm enough and that they were big enough, then they all went out to the coop. But all 3 of them lived here in the home with us. And when they were babies, they even slept in our bed with us and the dogs.
That's awesome.
And I loved it.
Yeah, I want it because I miss the Yogi was a mama's boy. Diesel could care less about me.
That's because he wants me.
I don't even think he'd want you, Leanne. No offense. He is all about Ryan. Good night, Little Fish in the Kitchen. Thanks for being here. He is all about Ryan. And when I'm home all day, he's out cold on the couch. He gets up when he's got to go to the bathroom. That's it. I mean, don't get me wrong. He's excited to see me and everything. But, I mean, Ryan's on the couch and he's climbing all over Ryan. And he's a daddy's boy. So I'm going to get me a pig. And I'm going to name her Lulu. Lulu Pig. He just doesn't know it yet. Hey,
You just tell them that your pig identifies as a dog.
Babe.
Or
There's
a
whole movie
chicken.
on it.
you know, the reality of it is when we started this whole pig journey, we were having trouble finding pigs, and that's how we came across Maggie and Winston. So we got Maggie and Winston, and we always figured if we then found Coonies after, because the deal was I could have 1 pet pig that didn't have to serve a purpose and all that. That was what we compromised on. I have 4. And I love them. My 2 boys and 2 ladies. I love them all. Now they're just so much fun. Can I just tell you, I got a funny story for you. I just thought of it. So I let Sherman in with the ladies yesterday, and then I took him back out because I wanted to get ready and I was going to be showering and stuff. So I was afraid that he might continue exhausting her. So I said, let me put him back in his pen. And that way, when I'm done doing everything I'm doing in the house, I'll come back out and put him back together. Figured maybe he needed a half-hour break in between, you know. So Leanne's
Needed to regenerate.
Exactly. Well, I come back out and I go to let him back in, and of course he happily goes back in there, no problem. And guess who takes off? Fiona. Fiona's running across the yard like Girls Gone Wild. And I didn't want to. Exactly. She's like, I am let out, man. And she's just trotting around the yard, right? And she's just, ooh, 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 you know. The boys, they go, doo, 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 doo. Fiona's just like all the way out by the back of the house, which is by the road. And I got this can of corn I'm shaking. She's not even responding to the shaking. I finally get up near her, and it's a grated cheese container that's I recycled. So I took the thing off and I shoved it up under her nose, and all of a sudden she went, okay, I'm game. Let's go back. But she really took off. She was like, I'll see you later.
I envision a t-shirt of a pig up on his back feet, her back feet, with a feather boa, just strutting, and it says, #Sal's Gone Wild. Put it on a tee.
Is she going to be on her back on like a chaise?
Oh no, I just thought she'd be strutting with a feather boa around her neck, just strutting. But yeah, you could put her on a chaise lounge with a little wine glass.
She had priorities. Yeah, her priorities were, I'm out of here.
I thought she was talking about her milkshake and how it brings the boys to the yard.
I thought she was shaking her bacon.
Oh my gosh.
My bacon be shaking.
She was shaking her bacon, her little jolly bacon, running through the yard. And that was it. She was like, I'll see you later. And I was like, Fiona, Fifi, come here. And she's just like, whoosh, gone. See you later. Bad piggy.
Bad piggy. What you gonna do? What you gonna do?
Well, it's funny because I'm used to the boy pigs, them getting out because, you know, they're like men. You just give them some food and they come back in.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, I'm out of here. Eleanor's probably pregnant by now. I'm leaving.
Just like a rebellious teen.
Yeah.
You never let me have any fun. Running away.
He didn't love me. He loved her better.
Hell no. Spurned piggies.
Oh, that's funny. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, cool, Danny. Thanks for being here. I would keep my pig in the house. I bought the wrong kind of pig when I was young. She ended up being about 300 pounds, but she used to live in the house when she was tiny and slept with me. Aw. They had an auction at in Western North Carolina when I was there. This place called Brother Wolf. It was all the, what do they call them? Alicia, what do they call it when the dogs are little? Are they call them tea kettle or
Teacups.
Teacups.
teacups? So these were supposedly quote unquote teacup pigs, and the people were not right. People were not smart about it and didn't do their research, and so they literally were adopting out all of these pigs.
That's how I got 3 pigs.
They were huge.
Because people would fall for that, and they're like, wait a minute, we live in a little apartment, and this pig's getting big, and we can't keep it. It's eating the drywall.
Exactly.
Bring it to my farm. You can come live here.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Unbelievable. So what have you been up to?
That's how I get most of my animals. I'm sorry?
What have you been up to today?
Oh, today running errands. I avoided chicken math. I went to the feed store and I said hello to them and asked them how their day was. I avoided looking at the meat chicks because I didn't want to let them know what their fate was going to be. So I just averted my gaze and I just went right to the little hens and I talked to them for a little while and I switched up a little bit of my feed selection today and I'm going to start fermenting the piggy feed and I got some different chickie feed and I just ran around different little errands today and told some jokes and messed with people and it was April Fool's Day and pig math and chicken math.
That's right. Hey, Tommy, pastime
So-
84, thank you, and I hope your emu is doing well. That's
Those are so fun.
I know.
Do you have an emu?
He just
I
hatched it.
Wow.
I want one.
You're
Pastime
brave.
84. Go check out his
That's
channel.
brave. I wouldn't have one. Mm-mm.
I said that too.
I had one, but he sulked all the time. So emo.
He what?
They're flock birds and
He
they
was
need
emo.
company.
He was an emo emu. He sulked all the time.
I thought you said sulked, and I was like, am I misunderstanding her? Oh, I'm glad it's
He's
doing well, Tom.
Because he needed a girlfriend.
Because he was very emo, that emu.
Well, you should have painted his nails black.
Oh, I did. I had to draw the line at the piercings, though.
There is nothing wrong with piercings.
No, there's not. I got mine.
She's got one too.
I got lots.
Alicia has a lot more than she tells us.
I got a couple.
So
I
do
got me the
I.
couples. I can show you this one.
Every single one has a reason.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah, every single one has a reason. Yep. Yep. This one was because a chef I used to work with, I refused to feed his parents who'd come over from Italy to Australia green veal. I refused to do it. Yeah, it was literally sliding off the plate. It was that bad. So he threw a cast iron fry pan at my head, and that was to cover up the scar from that.
Nice.
Yep. This one was to stop me from chewing on my lip, because when I was 11, I dived in a pool and smashed my face. And I've got a piece of tooth that's still in my lip, and I used to chew on it, but I was ripping my lip to pieces, so I got this in, and I've stopped. Yeah.
It's funny that you said that, Blue, because I had a chicken pox scar on my nose. And so that's where this piercing is. It covers up the chicken pox scar.
This is pure rebellion. This is sticking the middle finger to my mother because she said I couldn't do it. So I did. When I was 30, because she couldn't do anything about it.
There you go.
Rebel.
Yeah. I waited till I was 30 and married and had 2 kids, and she could do nothing.
Take
about
that,
it.
Mom. I'm 30.
Yeah.
I'm married.
See?
Living on my own.
I'm a big girl now. You can't do anything about it.
Oh my gosh. That's wild. We had one of those days where it was like there really wasn't a lot going on all day, and then everything happened right before the live. Sort of like when you have to travel, like, Alicia, well, most of you, I know Leanne has that too, where you have to travel to go to bigger cities to get stuff and everything like that. And by the time we got out there, when we ordered the tractor, the lawnmower tires, so we can use that rake in the pasture. And we just ordered them and received them on the day we got the tractor. But we still need them anyway because the rake is for the John Deere, not for the other one. So we'll still use that. Maybe later on try to figure out how to retrofit it. But I'm hoping this weekend is warmer, or even if it's cold, at least the snow melts just so we can get some raking done. Because at the end of the winter, like now in the spring, the pine needles and the pine cones it's like an inch thick. So it needs to all be raked up out of the pastures so that way the grass can grow and the pigs can have some pasture there. And then we're going to have to make a chicken tractor because the turkeys are in the meat bird coop. So we'll have to figure that out. But, everybody has those chicken tractors where you just pull them along on the grass. Everything's perfect, right? We don't have level ground. So it's not that easy. You know what I'm saying? Like you need to have if you have lush grass and you pull a tractor along on the grass, that works. But we have probably about 5 by 5 of level ground.
I have the same problem.
Yeah. And so it's like you pull it and you're going to have a big gap underneath it and they'll be disappearing. So we've got to figure
either that or Lisa and Ryan will be sitting on their porch and having a cup of coffee, and something will just slowly be going by, and Lisa will say, "What is that?" And he'll say, "That's the chicken tractor. It's just rolling all on its own all the way down."
Either that or something will get under it and lift it up and say, "Thanks for dinner."
Oh, no. I like the other better.
Well, that's what I'm worried about. So, but we usually put our meat birds in that meat bird coop, but the turkeys are in there. So we may move the turkeys down to one of the pastures, split it in half. So that way the turkeys have a little more room because there's 10 of them in the incubator. So, but
yeah, I don't like the idea of the predator outlook there.
I don't either. Alicia, do you have more than one male turkey?
We have 3.
How do they get along?
They have their moments, but for the most part, they're okay. Joey is obviously top dog around here as far as the turkeys go. And then the other 2, they strut around, and sometimes he gives them a nip and lets them know he's in charge, but especially if they're both, trying to get the affection of one of the girls, because we've got the 2 girls plus Phoebe, and Phoebe is the wild turkey that comes over every morning, which I didn't see her today. But Joey's in charge, and he's not afraid to let anybody know. But he's not. I don't worry about going in there with him. He's not aggressive or anything, but he lets everybody know he's in charge.
Gotcha. Good night, garden table with Heather Lynn. The reason why I ask is because we have the 2 males and 2 females in one coop. They've been together for a while, and Custer Julius is the bigger one. Custer is the smaller one. And so every time one tries to mate a female, the other one jumps on top of him and they pull at their wattles something fierce.
Really? Oh, I've not seen that.
Never draw blood though, ever. So I'm thinking that even though they're fighting over things, they could literally draw blood on each other, I'm sure.
Oh, sure. They could break each other's neck if they wanted to.
Yeah, and they're not. And then they chase each other around. It's all this flapping and hitting the top of the run and all this stuff. And then they get over it. So for all I know, my may not be fertile.
The most that Joey does, the most I've seen him do is get a hold of a tail feather.
Okay. Yeah, mine go at it. I thought for a while one was going to have to move on, but so far they, like I said, they're not drawing blood, so I've not separated them. I figure if
but they all get aggressive when it's feeding time, though, and they all give you what for.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, I haven't had that issue.
If I have several places that I'm feeding, I'll still get a little bit of a pecking order as far as feeding time.
Okay. See, that's wild. I don't have that at all. Now they have access to free feed in the coop because it's in a feeder. but I also throw corn in there, and the ladies eat, and then the guys eat. There's never any fighting over food. So weird. Good night, Ariella. Thank you.
Good day, darling.
I used 4x4 chunks to lay in front of the dips. It worked well. Did I miss something? Hi, Tanny.
Your chicken tractor, when it's uneven,
Oh,
she takes
okay.
4x4 chunks of wood and puts it in front of the dips. But if you get a raccoon that comes by, they're just going to pop those out of the way and get in.
Yeah, that's what I was worried about. So we'll figure it out.
Are we playing the Frozen game?
The Frozen game?
Yeah, Alicia's frozen on my end.
Am I
No,
frozen
you're
again?
Not here.
Nah, you're all good.
Good night, Ariella. Thank you.
On
I
my
don't
screen.
like that I'm tired and I got little squinty eyes though. And this hat puts the shadow just wrong.
You look
I'm
beautiful,
looking.
darling.
Thank you.
Yeah, on my screen, she's like doing this.
Now
Oh,
she
It
looks
looks like a
frozen.
fedora. Now it looks like a fedora.
There you
I look
go.
like Mickey. I look like Mickey Rourke.
No, you don't.
no.
Thank you.
Really don't.
Yeah, thank you.
He
That's
used, to
look
look,
cross bat right there.
he used to look really good.
Used to.
We all used to look good back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I ever had that, but look at Pam's face. She's like, I'm gonna have a spot of tea.
I'm just gonna sip this.
Bye, Donna.
So it was April Fool's Day today. Did anybody play any jokes? I did.
No.
Trickster.
I'm a trickster. I walked up behind a little old man at the store. He was driving one of those little carts. And I said, "Oh, there's a nut loose behind the wheel." And he's looking at the steering for that little cart that he's driving around. And he says, "There is?" I said, "Yeah." I said, "There's a nut loose behind that wheel."
You're talking
It
about
took him a
yourself.
few times, then he got it.
You were talking about yourself.
Oh, no, I was talking about him. And then he tried to run me over.
Can you blame him? My April
Oh,
Fool's was it was warm yesterday and we woke up to snow this morning. That was my April Fool. No spring. Pam had the
Well,
same
then that means-
experience. Good night, Donna.
my April Fool's coming tomorrow. Because, well, I'm going to wake up to, always have to not say it that way. So we'll have snow in the morning. I was going to say I'm going to wake up to 2 to 4 inches, but that makes sense.
So does that just tell it it's not trying hard enough?
Yeah, I like it better when I wake up to 6 to 8.
Like I said, it's not trying hard
Oh
enough.
my.
Snow!
I prefer 18 to 24.
Wow. I'm going to leave it right there.
I'm not even going to comment.
I'm not either
So,
because I love Lisa enough to not say anything inappropriate on her show.
so
I
It's
can't
like-
stop smiling.
I see. That's all right. I'm going to cover for you.
You're blushing.
It's so funny
Look
though
how
because I sit there. I know.
How red Dan's getting.
Bless her.
You can't even talk weather without her blushing.
I end up looking at the snow this morning and I'm like, that's all you got? Well, you had 6 or 7 months, or well, not that long, but you know what I mean. You had the past
It
5
felt like
months.
67.
Yeah, what are you doing? You're gonna dump this now? Whatever. But it's nowadays it's the wet, heavy spring snow.
Mm.
It's not the powder. We get the powder all year long where you can use a broom to get rid of it. But
I don't know what we'll be getting tonight. What did you have yesterday?
4 inches or so. What heavy
If I'm
snow?
lucky, we'll get the 4. It might be 4 to 6. A girl can dream. We haven't had any good snow all year. All
haven't.
year we've not had any good snow.
Nope. I don't want it now though. Too late. You had plenty of months to
I
do it.
agree.
Yep.
See, I'm at the stage right now, though, that I don't care because I'm growing my seeds inside and I want to get my floating lettuce garden, so I don't care what happens outside right now.
True.
But I didn't get a pretty snow this year at all. It was just,
Oh,
but I
got
know that
pretty
my chickens
snows.
want pretty food.
I got pretty
didn't.
snows, but it didn't last long. Hey, speaking of seeds, behave yourself, Leanne. Alicia, I bought
missed it.
sugar snap peas.
Oh, fun.
I'm
Very
gonna try.
fun.
I'm gonna try growing loofah and sugar snap peas in containers.
That'll be
They
fun.
do well in containers.
Do they?
They do.
Rochelle at Brampton Gardner was here earlier, and she messaged me, and she's like, "You need to get your loofah seeds in stat."
Mm.
And I'm like,
Yep.
I'm in South Dakota.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, get them in a pot, get them growing out right now inside. I'm like, all right. And then I'm like, what am I going to do with them when I put them outside? I can't give up vegetable real estate. I lost
Put a
Leanne.
fence somewhere.
Leanne must have been babysitting too. Good night, Lynette. Thank you. So the funniest thing was she said, put it in a pot. And I don't know if you've seen in my videos, we have a fence panel. It's just like a panel that goes between the house and the garage, because that way you block the view to my neighbor. It was here when we got here. So I'm going to try and grow it on that.
Perfect.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Just know, I think it's my understanding because they'll get heavy. Just be careful because they'll get heavy.
Okay. I can support them. Is that right?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, I want to try and do that and see how that goes. But at least the vine can go all over and it's a dead space. So not a big deal. I'll have to figure out what to do with the peas, though.
I can share this in your live because I can't share it in my live because of the audience. But you asked me earlier how my day went. My day started with my older brother phoning and saying he wanted to come over. And in our family, whenever the brother is in the area, we text each other, the chicken's in the pot, because we all know that the brother's showing up.
Yep.
So the chicken was in the pot today, and he was here, and he's just got this, I don't know what it is about him, but he acts like this is his farm, and I'm just the serf that runs it. Because he always loves to come out whenever he has company, and he shows off the entire farm, but like it's his. It's not like this is my sister's farm. Like, come here, let me show you this. Let me show you that. So that was how I started my morning, with a visitor from Yugoslavia.
Oh, wow.
Coming to my farm, and my brother showing it off as if it was his. It's interesting.
You should have.
And I had my friend ask me, she goes, well, what do you say to him when he does that? It's like, he's the oldest brother. What do you say? It's easier to just let him just think he owns this place.
Oh,
and
gosh.
let him be here for half an hour and then go. It's the funniest thing. So that's how I spent my day. It was really neat to meet somebody from Yugoslavia, and he showed up very nicely dressed with dress shoes and everything. It's like, let's go walk in the chicken poop and let me show you my chickens.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny.
You want to stick your hand underneath? Want to stick your hand underneath a chicken butt? Let's go.
Leave it to you. It's like, hi, would you like to stick your hand under a chicken butt?
That's put it on a tee. I do that all the time. Have you ever stuck your hand under a chicken butt? No, let's go.
I'm going to put hashtag who pooped in the nesting box on a tee.
Oh, God, I hate that.
Nice.
I have one.
Have you guys seen?
Go ahead.
Go ahead. Have you guys seen the?
No, you go ahead.
I have one that I noticed every day for a week, and when we went and cleaned out the nesting boxes, got everything scrubbed up, because I use the dishpan buckets for nesting boxes, so that way we can bleach them and stuff like that. Well, I put the straw in it and everything was great. And of course I had a conversation with the girls and said, no pooping in the nesting boxes. You hear me? So we had the conversation. Everybody expressed understanding. I went in the next day. It's all up the back of the nesting box. So, like any good chicken owner, I said, "Who did this?" Nobody fessed up. So we had the conversation again. P.S. This went on for 3 or 4 days. Finally, Ryan said, "Take the box out or turn it over. They're not allowed to use that box anymore." And I was like, "Nah, that's wrong." So I go and I took it and I swapped it and put more straw in another box. It stopped.
I have a vintage. I have the vintage nesting box. I've got 10 boxes. It's the vintage galvanized metal. And it's got 2 fold down little roosts that they can walk across to go into the different nests. And I will stuff the bottom 5 full of straw and then fold up the little walking bar because I don't want them in those. I want them in the other ones. But sure enough, I don't know how they do it, but they somehow land on that bar. And if one's landing on the bar, they have to jump right back down. But if 2 land on the bar, it's enough to make the bar fold down. And then all night long, I've got 6 of them on the bar, and then they back up and they poop right on the edge of every box.
Ugh, gross.
And I'll tell Jim, make sure we've got that bar up. He goes, that bar is up, but they get up there and they sit on it. So I'm going to have to come up with, I love the vintage nesting box, but I'm either going to have to find a way to keep that closed or do something else. But it's a challenge.
It is a challenge. And then I have my older girls who are not laying right now, but they all want to lay on everybody else's eggs.
Mm-hmm.
So I go in there at night and I go to lock, close the coop door if it's going to be cold. And I go in there and I see one of my older girls on the, not on the eggs, or she's in the box. Sometimes there's not even eggs because I've collected them. And I look at her and I'm like, "Are you serious right now? You know you're not supposed to be in the box. Get up on the roost." And then Dwight, he's like, there's 2 roosts in the corner. So there's the one closer on an angle, catty corner. And then there's another one. And I went to go close the window and Dwight was up in my face. And I was like, and he goes, "Brrr." It's like a show.
What I was going to say earlier that, before I forget, have you guys seen the nesting pads?
Yeah.
Have you tried them?
No, I think they're pricier than the straw that I get for free.
I haven't priced them. I just didn't know if anybody had tried them. Because I've seen where people say, "Oh, you just pick it up and shake it off and the poop doesn't stick to anything." I was like, really?
White House on the Hill uses them, and what they did was they disintegrate over time. So what he was doing was he had one on the bottom. Good night, Susan. Thank you so much.
Hi, Danny.
Good night, Danny. So one of the things they do is they leave the old one and they'll put a new one on top and they just keep disintegrating. To me, I'd rather just, I had 2 huge bales of straw that I got for free. So I'm going to use that.
Yeah.
But
I use the straw as well. I saw those the other day and thought, oh, that's kind of cool. But
I've seen them for a while, but I think they're expensive. I don't know how long they would last. And if somebody poops on them in one night, to me, that's a wasted,
Well, the ones I saw, you could just rinse off.
Oh, wow. Oh, like reusable?
Get 'em back. Yeah.
I didn't know about that. You'll have to
That
tell
was
me.
my impression. Whoa.
Send me the link.
You just went crazy on the screen there.
All right, guys. Well, it's over 2 hours, and I try to keep it at 2 because everybody has a life, and this is long enough. And Leanne's like, it's probably, the middle of the night for Leanne at an Eastern Standard Time Zone or whatever. But thank you all for being here. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for letting me pop on and say hello to everybody.
Thank you for
Absolutely. You all are welcome anytime. You all know that. And Pam, thanks for being here tonight as well. I hope you'll come back and join us.
Yes, if I'm awake.
Totally get it. Totally get it.
If I'm
Well,
awake and
anytime.
Tanny has pants on, yes, absolutely.
Thank you for making sure Tanny has pants.
Oh, seriously. I'll take one for the team on that. Seriously. You just don't need that in your life.
Good night, Carla. Good night, Kettle Kitchen. Good night, Pastime 84. All right, ladies. Well, thank you so much for the fun night. Relaxed. I enjoyed it.
Good night, friends.
All right. Good night, friends. Take care. Bye.
Bye.